Hello, dear English students and teachers. Today we are going to have a class about telling the time. We are going to start with the questions about time. Then we are going to see how to tell the time. And finally, we are going on a trip to New York where we are going to ask and answer questions using a New York tour guide book, online, where we are going to get the information about the time, things, open, close, start, finish, okay? And this will be very interesting for us because we are going to see a little bit about New York with real information about New York. Okay, so the first thing is, how do you ask the question about the time? You can ask, what time is it? What's the time? Do you know the time? Can you tell me what time it is? Yeah. So you can ask about the time in many different ways. Then when we look at the clock, we can see that if you have a full time, you always say o'clock. Yeah. So you say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Okay? How do you make a difference if it is before or after midday? In English, you never say 13 or 14. You don't say that. Usually you say AM or PM. Okay? So if it is 11 and it is during the day, you are going to say 11 a.m. And if it is 11 in the evening, you say 11 p.m. Okay, so it's always a.m. and p.m. And it doesn't mean day or night. It means before midday, 12 midday, or after midday, okay, a.m. and p.m. Then you have the two sides of the clock. So when you have this side of the clock, it is always past. So it is the minutes past. Okay, so you start always with the minutes in this case. You're always going to say it's 10 past, it's 5 past, 5 past 1, 10 past 1. A quarter, 15, it's always a quarter. Yeah, you can say 15, but it's usually a quarter past 1, 20 past 1, 25 past 1, 30 past 1. Now, when you come to the other side of the other side of the clock, you are going to say 2. Yeah, so it's always 2. 25 to 2. 20 to 2. A quarter to 2. 10 to 2. 5 to 2. Okay, so one side of the clock, it's always past, and the other side is always 2. Okay, and when it is the complete time, it is o'clock. Well, easy. Yeah, I think it's easy. Now, look at the clock, and you are going to say the time using this time that you see there. You are going to say it's 5 o'clock. Then it's 5 past 5. It's 10 past 5. So you start with 5 o'clock and do it till 10 o'clock. okay? And you remember that you only say o'clock when it is the full time, okay? When you say past or to, you don't say o'clock. O'clock is only for full time, yeah? Another thing, when you have 12 o'clock, you say 12 o'clock, or you can say midday or midnight. Okay, so practice saying 5 and all the pasts and all the to. Give a pause here in the video and say all the time with 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, 5 past 5, and go around. Yes, go around the clock saying all of those times there with 5 o'clock, with 5. Yes. And then if you want to practice with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, go on saying those two. Okay. And then after you do that, we are going to do our activity with the tour guide in New York. We are going to travel a little bit to New York. Yes, would you like to go with me to New York? Let's go in a few minutes, okay? After you pause the video and say those times here. Practice a little bit, okay? And then we are going to ask about the times, things, open, close, start and finish, or leave and arrive in New York, okay? I will explain this to you just after you practice saying the time with this clock here. And don't forget to subscribe this channel and to give a like to this video, okay? And if you have any comments, leave your comments here. Thank you. See you in a few minutes. Well, then we are going to talk about, to see our questions that we have to ask for our trip to New York. Yes, we want to know about the time. What time does the restaurant open? What time does the restaurant close? What time does the museum open? What time does the museum close? Okay, so if we go to the theater, what time does the play start? What time does the play finish? If we are going to see a show, what time does the show start? What time does the show finish? Yes, and if we are going to take a boat, if we go on a cruise, yeah, then we take a boat, we ask, what time does the boat leave? What time does the boat arrive? Or if we take a train, what time does the train leave? What time does the train arrive? Now, practice asking those questions, because when we look at our guide, you are going to ask the correct questions for each place that we are going to visit in New York. Okay? Practice asking those questions. Pause the video now, and then we go on to our trip. Bye-bye. In a minute. I see you in a minute after you have practiced. So here we are at the site of Time Out. That is a magazine about places to visit in New York. And I chose the restaurants here at Time Out. Yes, the site is www.timeout.com/New York, and I clicked in restaurants, so it's /restaurants. Now we have here the list of the best restaurants in New York. So I'm going to click here for us to choose a restaurant. The 100 best restaurants in New York City to eat at now. So let's see what we have here. The first restaurant in the list is ugly baby. Ah, ugly baby, it's Thai food. No, I don't want to eat Thai food. Let's see, the next one is an American food restaurant. What do you think? Would you like to eat some American food in New York? Hamburger. Yes, I think that's the one. If you are in New York, you have to eat a hamburger. Superiority hamburger, and it is in East Village. Yes, that must be nice. Let's see what time it opens and closes. Well, here we are at the hamburger site, the hamburger restaurant site, and it says, what time does it open on from Mondays to Saturdays? What time does it open? It opens at 11:30 a.m. 11:30 a.m. What time does it close from Monday to Saturday? It closes at 10 p.m. Okay, good. We can take a look at the address here. We can call the restaurant if you want. We have the phone number, and we are going to make a reservation then. Well, now that we picked up a restaurant to eat, I'm thinking about visiting a museum, and I see here the MoMA. The MoMA is really the best museum, I think, in my opinion, and I want to visit it. So let's see at the MoMA site about the hours. Yes, locations, hours, and admissions. So let's see what time the MoMA opens and closes. So we have here everything about the MoMA. It opens at 12 and it closes at 6 p.m. But this is the Queens. No, this is not the MoMA where I want to go. This is the MoMA at the Queens. Let's see here. We have the MoMA. It opens at 10 a.m. and closes at 5:30. Okay, opens at 10 a.m. and closes at 5:30. So what time does the MoMA open? It opens at 10 a.m. And what time does the MoMA close? It closes at 5:30 p.m. Very good. Now, I want to see a musical. The Phantom of the Opera. Yes, that's what I want to see. And so what time does the Phantom of the Opera start on Wednesday? Today is Wednesday. So what time does it start on Wednesday? At 8 p.m. It starts at 8 p.m. Good. Now I want to choose a boat tour in New York City. There are so many walking tours and cycling tours. All of them are very interesting. But now let's concentrate on the boat tours. This one, Circle Line Complete Manhattan Island Cruise. It costs $43. Let's see, what time does it leave and what time does it arrive back? Oh, the tour is fantastic. It goes under the bridges. You have so many nice views of Manhattan. Well, let's see about the time. What time does it leave? Look at the pictures. Well, departure point. It is Circle Line sightseeing cruises. And it leaves, so what time does it leave? It leaves at 12 p.m. Yes, midday. And it arrives back at 2:30, 30 past 2, or half past 2. Good, very good. We have arranged many different things to do in New York. Bom, pessoal, tô aqui de volta. Olha, aqui nessa revista Time Out, vocês encontram muitas coisas para fazer em Nova York. Existe essa revista Time Out para outros lugares também, tá? Então, se vocês quiserem pesquisar de verdade para outros lugares, mas dê uma olhada aqui. Olha esse Ain't Too Proud. The Life and Times of the Temptations, tá? É um outro musical aqui com a vida desse conjunto The Temptations. Então eu quero que agora vocês olhem aí os horários de alguma coisa que vocês tenham interesse e me passem nos comentários. Escreve aqui embaixo nos comentários as perguntas e as respostas sobre os restaurantes onde vocês gostariam de ir, sobre os musicais e outras atrações, os tours. What time does it open? What time does it close? What time does it start? What time does it finish? What time does it leave? What time does it arrive? Okay? Make those 6 questions about something, some place where you would like to go. Tá? Façam então essas 6 perguntas sobre esses lugares onde vocês gostariam de ir, sobre esses tours que vocês gostariam de pegar em Nova York e vamos fazer essa viagem virtual. Ok? Thank you. It was very nice being with you in this trip to New York. Bye bye and see you next time.